GBL Season 15, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Multiple moves have now been changed, and I'll actually consider most of them to be buffs. Rollout is the only fast move that's been changed, and it's up from 4 power to 5 power. As for the charge moves, Icicle Spear now has an increase in damage. It was 160 power and is now 65 power. Poison Fang is a similar story, going up from 40 power to 45 power. Mud Bomb increases from 55 power to 60 power, and Seed Bomb, while increasing from 55 to 60 power, actually has an increase in its energy, which will actually decrease its damage per energy. So this is actually considered a nerf. We will also see the introduction of 2 brand new moves, one fast move and one charge move. The fast move goes by the name of Leafage. In gyms and raids, it has 9 power and 6 energy. With a 0.7 second cooldown, this is actually a clone of Shadow Claw, which is actually considered one of the better fast moves for raiding. In trainer battles, this move has 6 power and 7 energy delta, and it will likely be a 2-turn move, which means it will have actually similar stats to Bullet Punch, and Bullet Punch is not a bad move by any stretch. The new Pokemon that are slated to learn this move include the Decidueye family, the Abomasnow family, and the Lurantis family. The new charge move goes by the name of Liquidation. Liquidation is a 70 power move in raids with a 2-second damage window and a 3-second cooldown and 3 bars, giving this a DPS times DPE of 49.47. It's actually right on par with Surf and Hydro Pump, and might actually be better than both of those moves given its 3-bar nature. In trainer battles, this move has 70 power for 45 energy, and it also comes with a 30% chance of lowering your opponent's defense by 1 stage. This is quite literally a Crunch clone just with a water typing on it, so it's actually not a bad move whatsoever. The Pokemon that are able to learn this move include Golduck, Dugong, Cloyster, Vaporeon, Armaldo, Floatzel, Samurott, Caracosta, Electros, Beartic, and Golisopod. In addition to the distribution of these new moves, we will also see the distribution of existing moves. Alolan Sandslash and Dugong will now get the new charge move Drill Run. Clefable will now get Fairy Wind. Wigglytuff now learns Disarming Voice. Togetic now gets Fairy Wind. Quagsire now gets Mud Bomb. Tyranitar gets Brutal Swing. Cradily gets Rock Slide. Drifblim now gets Mystical Fire. Probopass gets Zap Cannon. Heatran will get Earth Power. Whimsicott now gets Seed Bomb. Emolga now gets Acrobatics. Litwick gets Mystical Fire. Primarina now gets Disarming Voice. And Ursaluna now gets Ice Punch. If you remember from my last Good, Bad, or Ugly video for Season 14, you would remember that I said that the changes were too dry and that it didn't really handle the meta in any way. However, with both Ice types, Alolan Sandslash and Dugong now getting Drill Run, as well as Ice type moves, they directly counter the Lantern and Noctowl core by hitting for super effective with Drill Run on Lantern and either Icy Wind or Ice Punch on Noctowl. So it gives them both pretty good matchups against both of those Pokemon. The addition of Rock Slide in Cradili's move pool is also a subtle yet substantial change that gives the Lantern and Noctowl core a nail in the coffin. Cradily already had play up against both Pokemon, hitting Lantern for super effective with Grass Knot and being able to nuke Noctowl with Stone Edge, but Stone Edge was just too expensive. Cradily had the bulk to get there multiple times, but it just got outpaced. However, with Rock Slide being cheaper, it's actually able to get there much more frequently, and it's actually able to outpace Noctowl to a CMP tie. So with these 2 changes, as well as the buffs to Icicle Spear, it's finally time to say goodbye to the Lantern and Noctowl core. Additionally, these new move pool updates kind of speak for themselves in terms of the abundance and the versatility. I get to try out Mystical Fire Drifblim. I get to try out Zap Cannon Probopass. I get to try out Fairy Wind Clefable. These are all changes that are quite nice. No one really asked for them, but hey, I'll definitely take them. The only bone I have to pick is the schedule. And the schedule isn't even the worst schedule they've ever come up with. It's just a couple of little nitty-gritty things. And the biggest complaint I have on the schedule, the Element Little Cup is back. Niantic, I don't know if you're watching this. I don't know if you're hearing me speak. But read my lips and read them very carefully. Nobody likes the Element Cup. Stop putting it in the rotation. There's also a couple leagues where there's a Great League Cup that's absent, and I'm not a fan of that. As you know, my specialty is the Great League, and it's for 2 weeks. So it'll likely be in those 2 weeks where I'm not playing a whole lot of Pokemon Go. But you know, most of the schedule is actually alright.
In short, there's actually a lot to look forward to this season. The move pool updates are actually substantial. We get 2 new moves, the buffs are quite nice, and finally, the Noctowl and Lantern Core is finally dismantled. Other than some minor tweaks with the scheduling, I actually don't really have that much to complain about. This actually seems like a very fun and exciting season, and I'm looking forward to battling throughout it. Hopefully, we can go Expert or even Legend for the very first time. That being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.